Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of the Ninth Grade Experience podcast. I'm your host, Chris Dutchko, and today we have a special preview episode showing some highlights from two episodes that are going to drop this week that are featuring two amazing career speakers that are not included in your calendar of events here in March to celebrate EHS Career Month. So yes, I am still wearing the green career readiness shirt. I have washed it in case you're wondering. So I'm still excited to be talking about Career Month here at the high school. And today we have previews of two episodes featuring members of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms to give you a little bit of insight about what their careers are like. Our first person is the creative director, Amy Keller. And our second person is the announcer for the Phantoms, Bob Rotruck. And both of them gave their time to talk about what their careers are like, what their jobs are like, and how they advanced to the spot where they are working for a professional minor league sports team. So if you're interested in a career in a creative, maybe media type job, or even just to see how local teams develop their people to have these different positions, this will be the episode for you to find out a little bit about those kinds of jobs. Next week in our preview episode, we're going to be focusing on our EHS graduate from 2018, Jackie Bissett, who runs a local store here in Emmaus. Our Jasper program has worked with her to develop candles, so she'll be on next week. And we're also looking forward to hearing from our ninth grade students who on the class of 2025 Schoology page have a question that they're responding to about their jobs, if they're working in a job now, if they're looking to get a job over the summer, and some of the skills that they think they might need enabled to do that. So this episode will preview two full-length episodes. If you like either one of these people or you want to find out more about them, the full-length episodes are available on YouTube in the Ninth Grade Experience page. You can just Google Ninth Grade Experience and it should take you to all the different spots where it is. So after you're done watching this preview, if you have time left in advisory or during the time of the rest of your day, feel free to click onto either one of these people to see their full-length interview. So here's a little snippet from Amy and from Bob, and hopefully you're enjoying Career Month. Remember to go to Naviance to sign up for all of the career speakers that are left here in the month. Lots of interesting different people that you can hear from. So keep it going here, EHS, for the rest of Career Month, and we look forward to having multiple episodes before the end of the month featuring careers and jobs. So here are Amy and Bob.
So we basically have two separate creative departments that work together to create everything that you see here inside the building, outside the building. And those two departments are basically our game presentation, video side, and then our graphics side. So, we create the look each season, we create the branding. If you come to a game, everything you see on any video board is something that we've created. When you see billboards outside of here, TV commercials, all of that stuff, we create in-house with our creative team.
There's some other elements of the job that I do beyond just the radio, including media relations and some statistics things. That was also related to things I would have been doing in high school and as a freshman. It's not complicated stuff, but there's a reasonable amount of math involved. You're supposed to keep track of numbers, add things together, and just observe and how the Phantoms have gone 10 for 50 on the power play in their last 12 games, and that's 20%. That's a pretty good rate, when they get to attack with the other team taking a penalty, or observing that one of our players, this is his 500th pro game. If I'm not adding the numbers up regularly, I don't know that he's going to get to 500. You might see these things in a TV sportscast or hear it on a radio sportscast and just sort of thinks it happens automatically. But I'm actually the one that has to keep an eye out for that. And I'm always looking and adding numbers. This is the 10,000th ever game in the Phantoms history, back to the Philadelphia Phantoms, which they were before they eventually came to Lehigh Valley. Just all sorts of little things with numbers. And, so I got a calculator by my side. And also the different things on the website after the game is over and before the game. I'm writing different articles for the website. And pretty much anything that you see on the Phantoms hockey website, I'm putting up there. I'm uploading a photo, and then after the game is over, I'm constructing and writing a game story.
So it's the time frame is different if it's a week game or a weekend game. If it's a game on a Friday, I'll be here 9:30 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. If it's a Saturday, I'll try to come in a little later. So I'll come in at like 1 or 2 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game. And then I'm here till about 11. So it's one thing that people don't consider when they think about wanting to get into sports is, sports are usually on the weekends. They're usually at night. So, you're working those long hours through the whole season.
Ever get to watch any of the game?
Sometimes. A lot of times it's kind of tough. I also on a game night, I'll be the one hitting the goal horn. So if there's a little bit of a delay in that, that's usually because I was doing something else to prepare for, a TV timeout or, an intermission, and I didn't see what happened. But yeah, a lot of times I don't get to watch a lot of the game.
Okay, so I can't leave without asking. So you are the person in the arena that when they score a goal, when the Phantoms score a goal, you get to do the horn.
Yeah.
How much?
Out of 10 I'm doing that.
How much, first of all, that's really cool. And second, like how much responsibility is that? Like, there have been like, I'm thinking of like the Sixers as an example when they shot the confetti off too early or that kind of stuff. Have you ever had a moment where, and hockey can kind of be a little bit dicey with on the goal line and then they do reviews and other stuff. So like, have you had a moment where you may have hit the horn accidentally or, it wasn't a goal?
Oh yeah. Yes, I've actually accidentally hit a goal for the other team during playoffs. There was a new person working next to me and I was doing something with the script and the other team scored and they went goal and I thought it was us. So I hit the horn without looking and then I looked up and I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right end. And then I stopped. So yeah, that was embarrassing because, I play hockey too. And then also being in charge of that and hitting for the other team was, it was a little brutal.
Right now I do all of our public relations stuff, our PR and media relations really more. Before we had two different people we had somebody else that I worked alongside who did all of that. I already had the radio job. I was already with this team when they moved to Lehigh Valley. This person to get the media relations job with the Phantoms, the guy that writes stuff and puts out our statistical packets and updates those that I do now. There were 200 candidates for that job. He was good, but he had a 1 in 200 chance of being noticed. And it's sort of the same with the broadcaster thing too. If I left the Phantoms, there would easily be at least 100 candidates lined up outside the door, dying to get the position that I have. So it's something I don't take for granted. And it's also something where you have to get a little bit lucky because if you're good at what you do, well, that's great. But there are other people that are good as well. And beyond the luck, there's also attitude and what else you can bring to the table. Because having a good voice, at my level here we're one level away from the major leagues, but it still is the minor leagues. At my level, you're not going to be doing just broadcasting. You're going to be doing something else with sales or writing and media relations or uploading photos to the website and other things like that.
This is the age where you want to get involved. This is the age where you want to start experiencing it because if you wait until you're out of college, it's so much more difficult to try different things and figure different things out. Or when you're out of high school, even, there's kind of more direct paths that you need to kind of hop onto. But now is a great time to, if you like shooting video, get your camera, get your phone and just practice with your friends, go to games. The schools are great places for sports, to hop in there and take photos, take videos, interview a player after a game just to see what it feels like, whether you're in front of the camera or behind the camera. There's definitely access to that type of stuff. And don't be afraid to talk to your teachers and your other school representatives. When I was in ninth grade, and wanting to do this course, I was shy and more reserved and I didn't go fight for it, but I had a teacher who knew that I I wanted to do this. And, she walked with me down to the principal's office and she made it happen for me. And really, I'm on that career path and I'm where I am because that teacher helped me take that step. So don't be afraid to reach out to your teachers and your different school guidance counselors and representatives there.
High school students that want to be broadcasters, you can start now. And the opportunity is there. The internet is out there. You can go and ask if I don't know what kind of construct Emmaus has for student radio and student TV, but you can go and call your own games. You can ask people and say, hey, can I call games to practice or put it on the internet? Most people will say yes. And you can be, and there are 15-year-olds that are doing this. And I know other, and I get some emails sometimes from college students who want me to listen to what they have and tell me what they think. I'm a professional announcer. Hey, I'm trying to be what you are now. And they put together their own network of doing high school games at 15 years old. And I'm kind of looking at that going, wow, I wish I had done that when I was 15, but you're allowed to start now and get going. And my other intern, I think he kind of did that at 16, 17. I don't know exactly when he started, but it's possible. It's there for the taking. If this is something that kind of sounds interesting or exciting or fun to you, to me, it is. It's fun. I mean, there's work involved, but I get to go up there and, talk on a microphone for 3 hours and do my thing on the hockey games. That's my thing. And I still love it.